38% of Americans say financial stability is their top focus area in 2025, according to an Allianz survey. And they're not alone. I'm in that one too. One of the first steps towards financial stability is to clear your debt. Some experts recommend the snowball method, where you pay off the smaller balances first, while others advocate for the avalanche method, where you pay off the highest interest rate debt first. My next guests have the debt lasso method, which they say helps you pay off debt faster than those other two methods. Joining me now at the desk, we've got good friends of the show, John and David Auten-Schneider, the debt-free guys and hosts of the Living Not So Fabulously podcast. Great to have you back here. David, let's start with you. Run through the 5 steps of the debt lasso method for us, and how does it work?
Sure, definitely. As you mentioned, there are 5 steps. The first step is to commit. Commit is actually broken into 2 pieces, and that is 1, commit to a specific amount that you're sending to your credit cards to pay them off every single month, at least that amount every single month. The second portion of commit is to not add any more balance to those cards, because that makes it harder to pay them off. The second step is to trim, which is actually the snowball method, and that is look for those small balances that you can pay off really quick, maybe 1 to 2 months worth of payments, that you can get those quick wins out of the way. The third step is the lasso portion of it, and that's really when you look at all your credit cards and you say, how can I get these to as few accounts as possible with the lowest interest rate? Grabbing all that and bringing it in to manage it much easier. The fourth piece is to actually automate all of the process of paying those credit cards so that you don't miss a payment, end up having a late fee. And then the 5th step is to monitor that. You know you're going to pay a credit card off, so you're going to have to switch some balance or payments around.
And so, John, what is the best way to really approach that lasso step and bring your debt to fewer locations at a fewer and lower interest rate as well?
Yeah, the tools that David and I use personally and that many of our clients have used are 0% interest rate credit card balance transfers. But if that's not necessarily available to you to lower your interest rate, maybe look at a credit union or a bank where you can get a low interest loan. The snowball, the avalanche method, the problem with both of those is it can take so long to pay off your debt, and a lot of people kind of peter out before they actually become debt free. And that's what the debt lasso method helps you do, is rein in that debt so it's easier to pay off more quickly. But use that opportunity to pay off your debt. Don't kick the can down the road, because you can only kick the can so often.
Certainly. So, David, say I've been successful at lassoing, and it's taken me some time to do this. How do you next ensure that you don't go back into debt, the area that you just came from?
Yeah, what is really important here is your debt payoff strategy helps you build good habits, good financial habits. When you learn those habits, the habits that help you pay off debt are the habits that help you build wealth. So have a strategy, and that's why we're here on this show, Wealth, is to help you build wealth. So pay that debt off, keep those same habits, financial habits, and use that to your advantage so you can grow.
And then just lastly, as we think about the time period that somebody should be allowing for themselves, like how long can this take to really implement this method?
Yeah, the important thing is to be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. This is a common problem that a lot of people have. So I wouldn't necessarily put a time frame on it. Just be consistent. Yeah. Stay focused on your goal and work on it. It's taken some people that we work with 2 years to pay off their debt. It took us just under 3 years, but some people have taken up to 8 years. But don't beat yourself up, because there's no point in that.
Give yourself grace,
yes,
but also be consistent.
Yes.
David and John Auten-Schneider, thanks so much for taking the time here with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.